I'm here for something very, very exciting. Samsung completes 30 years in India. I'm here at the Samsung headquarters to meet JB Park, President and CEO Samsung Southwest Asia. So let's go and meet him. JB, always great to see you. Thank you for having me here.
Hi, Rajiv. It's always good to see you.
And what an amazing, amazing achievement. 30 years in India. So congratulations about that.
Thank you so much, Rajiv.
And I'm so glad we're meeting here. I find this place to be fascinating. So much of technology, so much of innovation. Every time I come here, there's something new, right?
Yes.
So for me, you're like Santa Claus, Every time I come here, I have new tech toys to play with.
Right, it's my playground. I have everything innovative in one place. So why don't we continue this over a cup of coffee?
Absolutely. Okay, excellent. Let's get started.
Great.
So JB, you're celebrating something very big. 30 years of Samsung being here in India. But beyond all these numbers, what inspires you the most about India?
Yes, Rajiv, what inspires me most about India is that it constantly exceeds expectation. 30 years ago, many global companies came to India because they saw a big market. Samsung came because we saw something much bigger. We saw potential. A country with extraordinary talent, immense diversity, and an ambition waiting to be unlocked. Over the years, I have realized that India's greatest strength is not its size, its ability to solve complex problems at scale. It is also not just digital public infrastructure, AI adoption, or manufacturing. India has shown that it can take challenges that seem impossible and turn them into opportunity for innovation. That mindset inspires us every day. Our R&D engineers in Bengaluru and Noida constantly works alongside colleagues across Samsung Global R&D Network. And they are not simply developing products for India. They are solving problems whose solution often becomes relevant for the world. That is why India has become such an important innovation hub for Samsung. Today, we don't look at India just as a market of 1.4 billion people. We see India as a place where the future of technology is being imagined, developed, and led. That is what inspires me most.
So I have to say, I agree with everything you've said, and what you've said inspires me a lot also. But when Samsung came to India, India was a very, very different country than what it is today. Looking at India's rise over the last 3 decades now, how has Samsung risen with India as a strategic innovation partner?
Right. The story of Samsung in India has never been about selling a product. It has been about growing together. When we entered India in 1995, the country was still discovering its place in the global economy. Samsung's journey in India has always been guided by one belief. If we invest in India's future, we would become part of its growth story. Over the past 3 decades, India's transformation has been extraordinary. The country has evolved from an emerging consumer market into one of the world's fastest growing digital and innovation economies. As India evolves, so did Samsung. We expanded our manufacturing footprint, we strengthened our research and design capabilities, and we invested in building a world-class innovation ecosystem. But more importantly, we evolved from bringing technology to India to creating technology with India.
So, that's a very interesting distinction that you've just made. Creating technology with India rather than just bringing technology to India. But, sounds fantastic, but what does it really mean in practice?
It means India is no longer simply a market where global technology are introduced. It is a place where the future of technology is being imagined, developed, and engineered. India challenged us to innovate differently. Building products for a country of this scale and diversity means designing solutions that are intuitive, inclusive, and relevant to millions of people with very different needs. Those innovations often go on to benefit consumers around the world. As we enter the AI era, Samsung R&D engineers in India are collaborating with their global colleagues to develop the next generation AI experiences. AI will only be meaningful if it solves real problems for real people. And there are few places that challenge us to do that better than India. That is why we continue to invest not only in manufacturing and research, but also in nurturing future innovators. We are doing that through programs such as Samsung Innovation Campus and Solve for Tomorrow. Our ambition is simple. It is to help India lead the next wave of innovation to help improve lives across the world. Because Samsung future in India is not just about growing with the country. It is about nation building and building for the future together.
Wow, that's really, really something that makes me feel really good about Samsung and India and their partnership. But when people think of Samsung, they think of smartphones, right? And it's TVs, it's appliances. But if you look at Samsung's journey in India, you've invested heavily in manufacturing, in R&D, and talent. So why has developing people become just as important as developing technology?
Every technology story is ultimately a people story. When people think about Samsung, they see smartphones, televisions, or appliances. What they may not always see are the engineers, researchers, designers, and innovators behind those products. Technology does not create progress on its own. People do. That is why, over the last 30 years, our investment in India have extended far beyond manufacturing and R&D facilities. We have invested in talents, skills, education, innovation, ecosystem. We believe human potential is the most important technology platform of all. For us, investing in people is not philanthropy. It is nation building. That is how lasting progress is created.
Excellent. But another thing that I think has become a very, very big deal is Samsung has really touched India with all its CSR initiatives. Looking back, what do you consider Samsung's most meaningful contribution to India's social development journey?
I feel most of meaningful contribution in India is the opportunity we have created for people. Our CSR program have positively impacted more than 1.5 million lives across India. We believe education, skilling, innovation, and digital inclusion will transform the nation. What makes me proud is that we are empowering the youth to dream big. Samsung Innovation Campus, we are enabling youngsters with future tech skills such as AI, coding, and other emerging technologies. Through Solve for Tomorrow, we are helping young innovators turn ideas into solutions with real social impact. Most importantly, it is creating an innovation ecosystem in the country required to drive growth. Samsung DOST is creating employability opportunities for youth entering the retail and service ecosystem. Our CSR program also helps bridge the digital divide by making children of underserved communities ready for school. It also makes STEM education more accessible for school children. All these initiatives are guided by a simple belief. The most powerful investment we can make is in people. When people succeed, communities grow and the nation progress.
So, you touched upon Solve for Tomorrow, and it's one of the most exciting things that happens every year. It's entering its 5th year now, and I'm always excited by all that happens out there. What's fascinating is that it's not really a competition anymore. It's becoming a platform that helps young people identify problems, build solutions, and even turns them into real startups. Why is this initiative so important to Samsung's vision for India's future?
Samsung Solve for Tomorrow represents a fundamental shift in how we see innovation. Innovation is often linked with labs, research centers, and large companies. But the most meaningful ideas come from young people who experience challenge firsthand. SFT gives them a platform, the right mentorship, and helps them build the skills to bring their ideas to life. What excites me most is that the program has evolved beyond competition. It has become an innovation pipeline. Young people are using technology to solve some of the most pressing problems faced by society. That is exactly the kind of innovation India needs now and in future. Because the future belongs to those who can solve for their communities, their country, and the world. And this is the spirit that we have carried forward in the last 5 years.
Now, speaking of the future, I want you to now take out your crystal ball and gaze into the future. 30 years from now, when people look back at Samsung's journey in India, what do you think they will remember most? The technologies you built or the people you helped inspire?
I would say the people. Technology is always evolving. Every breakthrough eventually gives way to others. That is the nature of innovation. But when you inspire a young person to believe that they can solve a problem, build a company, invent a technology, or improve someone's life, that impact lives for generations. As Samsung celebrates 30 years in India, we are proud for everything we have built together. It includes the product that have become part of everyday life, the manufacturing ecosystem we have helped create, the research and innovation we have nurtured, and the trust that millions of Indian consumers have placed in us. But I don't believe our legacy will ultimately be defined by the device we made, how we have made life simpler. I believe it will be defined by the dreams we have helped unlock. 10 years from now, I hope we see the entrepreneurs, engineers, scientists, and social innovators who trace the beginning of their journey to SFT. Young people who saw a problem in their community believed they could solve it and went on to create meaningful changes. If Samsung can play even a small role in helping shape that generation, it would be our greatest achievement in India. Because the most enduring technologies are not always ones we build. Sometimes there are the ideas we ignite the people. That is what our vision, Together for Tomorrow, enabling people, has always meant for us.
Absolutely fantastic. I am so excited about the future now also. I have to say, 2 quick things. One, of course, thank you so much for all that we had as a conversation. Number 2, I want a promise from you now. So 30 years from now, you and me have to sit down right here again and do this again to take a look back at the 60 years that Samsung has spent in India.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, JB. That was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Great to hear the vision of Samsung from the beginning till now and into the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.